going over the TARO form and how to fill it out. We will be using WildCAD, so you can see on my screen, I've got the TARO form, and I've also got an incident from WildCAD. This is the County Road 11 fire from last year, so we will be using that. It has all the information in it. And just as if you were dispatching it real time, we'll be able to go through the tabs and find the information that we need. On the TARO form, before we get started, we are going to go through this box by box, but I want to point out these highlighted boxes. That is highlighted yellow is a mandatory box that must have information in it before it comes to the air desk. In order to get the information, like I said, we will use WildCAD. It's not at all hard. We're just going to walk through this step by step. The first thing that I'm going to do is go through where to find the information for these highlighted boxes, and then we will fill in the rest of it. As the highlighted stuff is the stuff that must be filled out. If you get that filled out, you can send it to the air desk and everything else will be taken care of. So, starting at the top, we have incident name / number. For this, County Road 11 fire, we are going to just type County Road 11. For the descriptive location, what is the descriptive location? Most of the time, you can find that here in your initial report. So for the County Road 11 fire, smoke from the area possibly south of County Road 8 and County Road 11. That might be the best that we have at the time. If you get something better from your resources on scene, use that. But for now, we are going to just type in south of CR 11 and CR 8. That gives the aircraft something on a map to reference to make sure that they're going to the right fire. Latitude and longitude. WildCAD automatically gives you all three forms of right underneath, or excuse me, right above your tabs. All three forms are right here. I've just highlighted them. The one that we care about for aircraft is degrees decimal minutes. So that would be the middle one. We are just going to copy that information right onto this sheet. So for latitude, 46. And you can either click or you can use tab to get over into the next box. 27.09. Longitude, 92. 35.55. As easy as that. Got the information in there. Now we're going to skip all the way down to ground contact. This could be a resource like the IC who is on scene. It could be an engine that's on scene. It could be a responding resource. For this instance, I'm just going to put an engine number in there, engine 725. That is who the aircraft that is going to be responding will be hailing when they get in the area to find out where to drop or where they want their mission to start. It'll also be for additional information. If they get on scene and they see an engine down there, but it is not engine 725, this is how they verify that it is their fire. Other aircraft, big deal, deconfliction of airspace. If there's other aircraft in the area, we want to make sure that it is listed right here. You see, if you hover over that box, it says other aircraft, non-incident aircraft, media, military, life flight, etc. If you don't have anything to list there, just type none. If you have aircraft on scene, such as a media helicopter, type in media helicopter. If you've got the tail number, great, put it in there. If not, at least put something in there to alert that there is other aircraft. Requested resources. What do they want? What are they requesting? If they are requesting fire bosses, put in fire boss and the number that they want. If they want seats, put in the number and seats. If they want a tanker, put in tanker. If they want a helicopter, what type of helicopter do they want? If you don't know, just ask the question and see if you can get the answer. Otherwise, type it in helicopter. If they want multiple, there you go. If you get into a situation where you're requesting enough aircraft that an air attack would need to be assigned to this, you don't need to worry about that. The air desk will automatically assign that air attack to the incident. So this is just what are they requesting. If they said air attack and 2 seats, great, put it in there. Awesome. That's all that we needed. So for this incident, we are going to put 2 fire boss, 2 seats, and 1 helicopter. That's what they asked for. That's what we need to get to the air desk so that they can send. If that's all the information that you have, great. You can go ahead and send this, and I'll get on how to send this at the very end. But we're going to go through and fill out the rest of these boxes now. If this, the way it sets, is all that you have, that's fine. Send it, and we will get the aircraft moving. We can always come back and fill in the rest of this at some point. It's not a big. So we're going to go back to the top now and just walking through just for speed. We'll use today's date. Automatically goes in there. Time is in military time, so we are going to put 1430. The sunset plus 30, that's what their pumpkin time is. If you don't know that, don't worry about it. But what it is just your sunset time, add 30 minutes to it. So if sunset is at 1600, you would type 1630 in here. Order number. This comes directly out of CAD. So you can see where we have an incident number here. It's listed in multiple places on this, but that incident number is what the order number is. So all incidents in the state of Minnesota have MN first. Dash. Then you're going to put the unit. So for this, it is 2PS. Dash. Incident numbers are 6 digits. This incident number is incident number 50. So we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll put 50 for MN2PS 50. Charge code. On the fiscal tab in Wildcat, if you have a charge code in there, you can retrieve it from here. If not, don't worry about it. The air desk will get charge codes handled as they need to. For this one, because we already have it in here, you can see that we've got all of the information on this side. We're going to put the federal charge code in. So for this, we start with PN, which is the FS job code. Then we come up here where it says auto fire code, and we do QMK3. Then we're going to do space, and it's the override, 1522. Okay, next, elevation. If you have it, great. If you don't worry about it. However, you can put it in there if you've got it. For this instance, I'm just going to put 1350. Distance, bearing, and from. These 3 tabs can be found in multiple spots in Wildcat. I'm going to show you both of them right now. You have the distance tab right here that you can click on. This gives you your VORs on your left-hand side. It gives you your air tanker bases down the middle. It gives you your heli bases on the right-hand side. If you scroll down, you also have hospitals, trauma centers, and burn centers. What we want on this form is tanker base information. Helibases could be the remote helibases that don't have anybody staffed at, so we don't use those. We want the tanker base information. So for this one, you would select the closest tanker base. This is saying Hibbing is the closest tanker base based on a distance of 57 nautical miles and a bearing of 169. So you can put that in there. But the other place that you can find this is if you go to this aircraft tab. This aircraft tab will also have that information in here, and tanker bases are listed first. Sometimes it's faster to go here. This is all based on the mapping of the incident. So in Wildcat, you need to make sure that you have your incident mapped and that you have this location information in there so that it can pull this information that you need now. So we are going to type into the distance 57 at a bearing of 169, and from, we are just going to type Hibbing. The initial point, latitude, and longitude. You don't need to worry about this. However, if you were working up at the air desk and you were going to order in, say, a large tanker from Montana, you would put information in here so that that tanker has a descriptive place to go, and then we can change it around and get them to the incident. This is just a initial what you get. Next section is frequencies. So you have this information in Wildcat as well, but sometimes you can just pull it because you know it, you're at the local area. So in Wildcat, you've got a frequencies tab. With any luck, you have done what they did here and loaded the frequencies in, and you can work off of what is in here. Or you can go here and figure out what's going to be best. You also don't have to fill this information out. This is something that the air desk does in order to keep track of stuff and also get these assigned properly. So for this one, we can see the information in Wildcat, an air-to-air is said northeast, 121.4. We are just going to select that. It's going to auto-populate the rest of that box. Secondary, we don't have anything. We're not going to worry about it. Air to ground. You can see on the very bottom of that Wildcat incident, it says DNR air to ground 1, 151.340. We have DNR air to ground 1, 151.340. Automatically puts that information in there for you. So you're good to go. Ground tactical, if you have it, great. If not, this does not have anything loaded in it. You could, if you needed to, add this information in. But right now, we don't have it. What frequency are they using for command? We know that this is a cloquet fire, so we are going to select cloquet. It automatically puts that in there. Flight following, we're going to say that we have assigned this to Arrowhead. So it automatically puts that information in there. Air contact. This is where you select if there was an air attack on scene already. You can select the air attack number, or if there's a detection aircraft out there. So we are going to say Ranger 1 is out there, and he is the air contact. He's waiting for these aircraft to come in. Incident aircraft, if you've got aircraft already assigned to the incident, put them in here. If you don't have aircraft assigned to the incident, leave it blank. So say there was already an air attack out there, you could put it in here. Aircraft hazards, cell phone towers, power lines in the area, stuff like that. If you've got any, note them on here. If not, that's fine. This box, military training routes, special use areas. We don't have a lot of them in Minnesota, but if it is within one, you can note that. Otherwise, the air desk will already know that, and they'll be able to put that in there. TFR, is there a temporary flight restriction out there? If so, then we're going to put the NOTAM information in here that goes with that TFR. If not, that's fine. Don't worry about it. The air desk will handle this. Lat reload, seat reload, and helibase. These are drop downs. So lat reload, where's the closest tanker base for a large air tanker to reload? We'll use Hibbing. Where's the closest base for a seat to reload? Again, we'll use Hibbing. Helibase. You know what? I think Cloquet Helibase might be a little bit closer, but if we're not sure, we can always look back here. We can go to the aircraft tab. We've got a Helibase listing, or we can go into the distance tab and we have Helibase listings. So select whatever is the closest there. For this, I'm just going to put Hibbing because it's right there. Ordering agency info. If you have a contact with a phone number for who is ordering this, that's excellent. Put it in there. In this case, I'm just going to type IC. I'm going to put my last name because I'm the one that's filling this out. And I'm going to put my phone number in there. Values at risk or additional information. This pocket is something that needs to be filled out. This is how we prioritize our aircraft. So we're going to put in there homes in the area. And we'll leave it at that. This is life, property, resources. That's how things are prioritized. So from here, it's all filled out. I want to save this first. I'm just going to click save. It's going to pop up. I'll put it on my desktop. And I want to email it. So let's make it easy. I'm going to click email, and this is automatically going to load my email, and it's going to put this in as an attachment, and it's also going to put the subject in there. You can see the FireNet address is in there for aviation, subject's in there, attachment's there. I would just hit send, and we're good to go. So that takes you through a TARO training, start to finish, exactly how it's done. If you have any questions, feel free to call myself or the air desk. We'll help walk you through it. Have a great day.